Hey everybody, it's Mrs. C, and I'm so excited because I'm here with some guests. Yay, guests! Clap, whee! I'm not by myself making that up. They're really here with me. Hi, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Say hi to all my millions of almost subscribers yet to be. Okay, so we have a problem for you guys out there. It is the sum of three consecutive odd integers is negative 219. Find the integers. So we're going to just go right into it. I'm not going to talk a lot. We're going to actually just practice. So what do you guys think that we are supposed to do? How do we set this up? Anybody?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
First, you start off with your three consecutive integers, which would be x plus 2, and x plus 4.
Now, I have to ask you, why did you do x plus 2, and x plus 4? Why not x plus 1, x plus 2? Why is it, why did we do that? Somebody want to tell me?
Because if you add 1, you're just going to an even number, so you have to go 2 to get to the next odd number.
So well said. And we are supposed to be doing odd. So the setup for odd, x plus 2, x plus 4, would be the same as the setup for what other consecutive integer problem? Not even. That's right. So we set them up the same. So let's do it. It says the sum of the three consecutive integers. That means we would have to do what to them?
Add them.
Add them up. So what is x plus 2 plus x plus 4? What do we get?
It would be 3x plus 6.
3x plus 6 is correct. And what am I supposed to do with that? What do I do? We did the sum.
Equals
negative
negative
219.
There it is. It says it is, which is equals a negative 219. That is maybe the yuckiest number I've ever seen. Thank you very much. Okay. So first things first, we want to just, what to both sides? What do we do to both
Subtract
sides?
6.
Minus 6. This is old stuff, right? Minus 6 from both sides. We have the 3x equal to same sign sum. So we wind up with, ooh, we got to do that. Ooh, he's got that already. Negative 225. Last step, divide both sides by 3. And I'm going to get x equal to a negative. We don't have a calculator around. Oh, we're looking for one. Hang on a second. Okay, it's negative equal to a negative 75. Now, that's not the answer to the question, because the question said, find the integers. It's the three consecutive. Good news, 75 is odd. It's a negative 75. And then up here, if x is a negative 75, what's a negative 75 plus 2?
It would be negative 73.
Negative 73. And we probably already know the pattern. We're going to go down to a negative 71. Now, those are our two answers. We would box those and say, yay. I boxed it. You say yay. Yay! But we want to make sure it actually works. So if these are the right numbers, then their sum, negative 75 plus negative 73 plus negative 71, must be negative 219. And it is, because I already did that in my head, because I'm amazing. Okay, let's move on to, well done, team. Let's do it. Let's saucify. Let's saucification. Here we go. Okay, we're back, and we saucified it. All right, we got a black background. We got red lettering. We are good to go. Twice the larger of two consecutive integers is equal to 15 less than 3 times the smaller. Find the integers. And we did not do this already, right? We have never seen this problem before today.
We have not.
All right. So here we go. How are we going to set up this problem? What are we dealing with here? Let me get another color. Okay. We are doing what kind of consecutive integers?
So it's just two consecutive.
It's just two consecutive integers. Are they even or odd? It doesn't say.
Nope.
So that must mean they're just regular. How do we set up two regular consecutive integers?
X
and
x
plus 1.
Exactly. X and x plus 1. No need to skip count because we're not doing even or odd. All right, so here's our setup. It tells us twice the larger. How are we going to do twice the larger? Just say it when you know it.
You do 2 parentheses x plus 1.
Do you guys agree with that?
Yes.
That's the largest.
I agree. We just doubled the larger. X plus 1 is definitely bigger than x. So twice the larger is, there's my equal sign, is equal to 15 less than 3 times the smaller. 15 less.
Oh,
So
then
you would
three.
do-
Oh, you want to do?
Yeah,
you
okay,
do
okay, you go. I go.
3x.
All right. Oh, you're doing 3x. Now, where's that 15 supposed to go? 15 comes first. Are you
Last.
sure? It goes
comes
last.
after.
It does. Very good. Because it says it's 15 less than, I have to put it in the back. I actually, when I get to it, I actually do write it first, but I write it first in the back, so I don't forget about it. And then what were you going to tell me to put in the front?
3x.
3 times the smaller. And in this case, the smaller just was x all by itself. I left all that extra room and I didn't really need it because it wasn't a whole lot of stuff to write. So now we have an actual equation. So we can go ahead and solve this. What's my left side going to simplify to?
2x
plus
plus 2.
They're distributing. They're distributing. And then we have equal to 3x minus 15. This is always fun when I start to run out of room. All right, now what do you want to do? Letters to the left or to the right?
Letters
To the left.
All right, move them to the left. That means I've got to move who?
3x.
3x.
So you subtract
I'm going to minus the
3x.
3x. You're gone. Minus the 3x. Now you're over here.
Negative
now,
1x.
through the wonders of work, I'm going to get rid of them here. Through the wonders of technology, you're gone. And I'm actually, what is 2x minus 3x going to give me?
Negative 1x.
It is, and I'm just going to, because I'm running out of space, I'm conserving. Okay, so now that I have that, I've combined those. I hope I didn't just totally confuse everybody out in my subscriber world. Okay, what do I do now to get x by itself?
You subtract 2
2
from
I
both sides.
absolutely. So I'm minusing that 2, minusing that 2. So those 2's are gone,
And it would be negative 17.
and I'm going to have a negative 17. Same sign, sum, keep the sign. This is actually kind of fun to do. It could do the whole problem, one right on top of the other. Don't give me any ideas. Am I done? Negative x is equal to negative
No.
17.
No.
Mm-mm. I want to know what x is equal to. So what do I do?
You
Divide by x.
Yes.
Negative x.
Dividing both sides by a negative, you could say by a negative 1. Any one of those will do the trick. That gets x positive, and it makes,
X equals
yes,
17.
x equals a positive 17. So that means my number, my answer for x, was 17 over here. And what's x plus 1?
18.
18. Now, what we want to do is make sure that that makes sense. So let me erase this space right here, and we'll just quickly check it out. So the problem told me that twice the larger, so who's the bigger number? I have, my answer is 17 and 18. I want to be able to showcase that. Okay, it says twice the larger, which
So you
is,
do 2 times 18.
you would, which is going to be 2 times 18, 36?
Yes, 36.
Yes.
Sure, let's go with 36. And then that is supposed to be equal to 15 less than 3 times the smaller. So what's, oh boy, grab a calculator. What's 3 times 17? I'm going to stall. I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing a little ditty called
51.
Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. Just if I don't know the words. That was a bad song to pick. Okay, so what is 3 times 17?
51.
51.
It's supposed to be equal to 51, but 15 less than 51, right? It said 15 less than 3 times the smaller. So I need-
36.
36.
Oh, thank heavens, because I didn't have another song planned. 36 equals 36. That is the right answer.
Yeah,
Awesome. Okay,
you did it.
let's try one last problem. Okay, so we decided instead of doing one last problem, we are going to just summarize a little bit in just a few minutes as to what we think are some important points to remember when you're doing these problems. One thing, for example, we just talked about, say we had 3 consecutive even integers, and that would be written, right guys, we'd write x plus 2, and
X plus 4.
4. You guys had said, what if we were going to find 3 consecutive even integers, and it doesn't even matter their sum? What is something you would say to everybody out there that they should remember to do, or something that's helpful to do?
You always have to remember when it's either even or odd to always put x, then x plus 2, and so on, and count by 2s.
That's right, because a lot of people have no problem doing this for even, but when it comes to doing odd, for whatever reason, they want to do x plus 1, x plus 3, or something like that, because these are odd numbers, and it just feels right, and it's so not Right. You want to always do +2, +4, +6 for even or odd. Excellent tip. Now, there is another one. You guys had mentioned that instead of writing, I think you were saying all of the computation down, to do something just over here.
Simplify.
Yeah, so if you're asked to
Simplify.
find the sum of them, just use these numbers and say x plus x plus x is 3x. And 2 plus 4 is 6. It's a lot easier than writing the whole thing down like that, and then you have a tendency to leave things out. Okay, anything else we had said there was another thing to remember? Do you remember what it was we were talking about?
Oh, yeah. You have to remember that when it says is, it means equals.
Is means equals. You have to get the equal sign in the right place.
Yep.
The word is, it is almost impossible to represent equations or equality with anything but the word is. I've tried to do it. The result is, what you get is, the answer is, you always wind up saying is. So if you hear the word is, you've got your equal sign and you know where it is. It's very important. And the last thing I think to mention, somebody had said about breaking it down, okay? And what do we want to know? When you have these wordy problems, what's the advice?
You have to take it step by step. You can't just go right through it.
Exactly. Now, we had a couple problems. I left them here. It's okay to read in the red. It's okay to read the whole thing all in one shot. But what you want to do, like we did, we broke it down a little piece at a time and then we wrote something down. Then we broke a little piece at a time and then we wrote something down. Don't feel like you have to do the whole thing from the first time you read it. I usually read these things about 5 times before I get them all translated. Okay? All right. Any closing words for anybody? I hope if you've been watching my videos, you know how I always close my videos. I always say, I'm done for now, but you know what? I'm going to see you on the flip side. Somebody didn't know it. Oh, you're going to go watch my videos now. She didn't know it. Flip side. Later.